In 1890, the cornerstones were laid for what would become a 46,000 square foot, 120-room reform school for delinquent boys and juvenile offenders. Though originally constructed with the best of intentions, these walls would come to house stories of sadness, abuse, and even murder. We'd like you to join us as we pass through the doors and traverse the labyrinthian halls of what is supposedly one of the most haunted buildings in the state of California. Welcome to Preston Castle. The Preston School of Industry first opened on June 13, 1894. And by the time its doors finally closed in 1960, Preston Castle would be known to house up to 800 juveniles at a time. During its years of operation, the school would weather times of war, financial depression, and epidemics of yellow fever and tuberculosis. Today, reports of apparitions roaming the halls and the distant sounds of children crying are commonplace. We were invited to investigate the mysteries of this mansion with the hopes of making contact with any of its former occupants, who, for whatever reason, refused to leave. Preston Castle. This was a prison, reform school, vocational school for troubled youth. God, it's big.
That's a wrap, right?
Yeah. You can go to your room now.
Oh. Wait, which one is ours?
Got Lee on the shoulder rig over here. This is looking pretty cool, right? We got buzzards. Not a good sign. So, we were gonna go inside, and I went back to the front of where everyone was, and they were gone. Maybe they're in there. Let's check it out. Oh, yeah, it's much cooler in here, which is nice. Hey, guys, where are you? I probably shouldn't be doing this. I've never been in this building before in my life. I've written horror movies that start this way. Maybe it's because I'm alone, but I'm getting serious heebie-jeebies right now. I'm not supposed to be alone. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Guys! I hear people now this way. Where are they? Oh, Jesus Christ. There you are.
Is that the same route as like if you were a weekend customer?
Yeah, I would love to start with that if we could. That'd be great.
Okay. So like I want a historical notion.
So bring up your tail.
And so this is the class of 1895, which would have been the year after it opened its doors, correct?
Correct. It was opened up as a reform school for wayward boys, but at the same time you had boys who were wards of the state, who were homeless, but you also had young boys who were murderers or thieves or just bad kids, and they needed a place to come. So here's the first 7 boys along with the staff, which is really interesting, and there's actually a baby in that picture. So you did have staff members that lived here with family members.
From what I read, the history became kind of more sordid.
So we're still finding stuff out every year. I've been here since 2014, and I still see stuff in the castle I don't recognize, or I've never seen before, which is really neat.
It is. I mean, I can imagine this place is massive. What floor is this technically?
This is technically the main first floor.
Main first floor.
Right.
Okay. So we have reign of this first floor,
and this floor, the second floor, and the basement. It's about 20,000 square feet that we get to kind of play in today. So we're walking into the staff dining room. This is where 90% of the staff ate. They ate in shifts because the room is relatively small.
What was this area out here used for?
So the back courtyard had many different purposes. There's one interesting feature in the back corner that we can go take a look at. There's a steel ring embedded into the concrete. It was actually used for flogging.
No.
So if a boy in one of the groups was in trouble, they would bring them out here with his group. They'd bring everybody up to the windows and proceed to flog him until he was in public.
Public flogging.
In front of the staff, the boys, everybody.
Incredible.
There's a lot of abuse in here.
Yeah.
Staff on boys, boys on boys, boys on staff.
Do we get much activity in these rooms here?
The basement is probably the most active place for me.
What happened in the basement?
When we get to the intake, that's where the boys came through, so you can imagine all the energy that's been imprinted in down there. There's something down there that I have a relationship with.
Really?
Yeah. This is one of my least favorite spots on this floor.
Okay, what's up with this?
I won't go in that closet. It'll open on its own.
Hello.
And I'll open it, but I mean it's a heavy door and it's a huge closet.
This wow. It just, it's easily 15 degrees.
I'm nauseous just by opening up the door. So there was an incident in the 20s where a staff member was bludgeoned and thrown into a closet. I don't know where it happened, but for me, it feels like it could potentially been in here.
This is the double apartment?
There are numerous accounts. It was like the Haunted Mansion. I watched a male spirit chasing a female spirit down the hall, and they were floating down the hall. Right, this hall right over here.
Right here.
Yeah. And he was bigger than you. He
We're gonna come back up here.
showed himself at over 6 feet tall, and he was huge. He was like the Slender Man. So that Shadow Man that I talked about,
Yeah.
So the door all the way down there that's open, you'll see him pacing back and forth in there,
Inside that.
inside the room.
So we're gonna be coming back to the second floor to see if we can find the Dark Shadow Man, and then possibly even a 6 foot tall man chasing a woman down the hall.
So we're headed to Company B. This is where the boys were housed. This hallway is considered the annex. The hooks on the wall. These were placed here because the boys would show up here. They'd have their clothes and shoes on the floor. Their pink nightgowns would be hanging up here, and this is where they would change into their bedclothes.
So, okay.
At any point in time, you could have had anywhere from 50 to 70 boys sleeping in here. The beds were end to end, a one-hole toilet. If they had to use a toilet and someone else is using it, they'd have to go all the way down to the basement to use the restroom.
This right here, this was what I saw. I could see that, the bed frame there. There was somebody just walked right.
There's a lot of activity in here. I've seen shadow people in here, voices. I actually have an EVP, a little boy screaming for help.
Oh, really?
And my wife and I were the only two in the castle.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta ask, like, do we have an idea of how many boys died in this?
Probably 10 to 12. Samuel Goins was one of the most prolific murders that happened here. He was a teenage boy who was shot in the back, trying to escape.
Another person died here, but we're not gonna say their name.
Correct.
Are we allowed to say what they did?
Yeah.
Okay, they were the head housekeeper
In the 1950s.
in the 1950s.
She was bludgeoned to death downstairs. Numerous things have happened down there. That's where my friend is. That we'll go say hi to him.
Okay. Lost. Okay, so this looks like the delousing pool.
This is the plunge pool. This is the chemical bath. Kids are brought in through the intake area. They would have had somebody with a ledger checking them in, height, weight, and just like a jail.
Yeah.
There was lye in there and other chemicals. They had to swim across underneath. If they didn't, there were guards on either side with wooden poles. They would push them under.
Oh
help
my
them swim
God.
across. If they got across the other side and they still had creepy crawlies, they had to do it again. You were talking about the aforementioned murder that took place here. She was actually found in that back corner where that barrel is. She was wrapped up in a rug with a cord tied around her neck. The assailant swore up and down he didn't do it. There were 3 different trials for it. First 2 were hung juries. The third one, he was acquitted of his charges.
Wow.
And then to the day he died, he swore up and down he didn't do it. So we're actually entering where the kids would have entered into. So this is the intake room.
Okay.
This is where their first taste of the castle is when they would have stepped through that door.
So this is where the children would be. They would greet them. That was. It's almost unexplainable, that feeling.
It could have been Cadet Hines or Corporal Hines. I've had numerous instances of things happening in here. Many other people have as well. One of our other historical docents was actually standing in this doorway giving his tour, and he felt somebody like pick him up off the floor.
Wow.
And it made him wet himself. And he didn't come back for like 6 months. You'll see him moving around from down the hallway. You'll see him moving around in here. Then you'll see him kind of beelining up the stairs. This entire space is his. You'll feel aggressive, and then you'll feel drained.
When you feel it in person, it is something else.
Kind of nauseous, and then you don't want to be in here right now, do you?
No, I kind of want to get.
Yeah, we'll come back.
I'm excited for nighttime.
So most of the
Almost had batteries
times when you talk about him, that's when he does his thing.
All right, I think we've seen everything there is to see during the daylight. Time to go dark.
Anyone home?
Wrong genre. Watch the step. The step is a delusion. Okay, so this hallway, I know to see some action. Get a lot of. Oh, that was a bat. That was a bat.
There's a lot of bats.
Okay.
If there's anybody here right now that wants to talk to us, we're here for you. I notice how I suddenly am in front.
Like, I can't. The only light I see is from an exit sign at the end of the hall. This is totally dark.
Earlier today, when we were going through the walkthrough, I saw someone standing right here, and they were literally blocking the light. That's what was so scary.
Bats flying right by my head. Whoa, fuck.
Oh my God, I can't tell if I'm hearing things or it's just bats. I mean, I'm surrounded by bats over there.
Yeah.
I feel like I heard music down there.
All right. Yes, welcome to the infirmary. Is there anybody in here? Anybody that would like to come and say hello to us? Oh, jeez, okay. If there's somebody in here with us, give us a sign, make a noise.
Smell that? It smells like... It's me.
All right.
You want to go in the closet?
This is the closet where somebody was bludgeoned to death and left.
And I'm gonna close them in. All right, let's all stay really quiet.
No, you don't have to close it all the way. God damn it. This is really freaky. It got cold and now it's really hot. Maybe because I'm freaking out a bit. Is there anyone in here who wants to make contact? Tap my shoulder. Say hello. Okay, it's going out of focus again. I'm coming out, guys.
How'd you feel?
What was that? What'd you hear?
Or like, no, yeah.
It was knocking.
Yeah, this is where, what's his name, Hines?
Yeah. I mean, this is the area where one of the bodies was found. So we have a spirit box here with us. Sam, he's got his headphones on. He's gonna sit in this room. I'm gonna go down to the end of that hallway. I'm gonna ask some questions, and hopefully he'll be able to get answers. Is there anybody here with us right now?
There's somebody coming through.
Were you one of the children here, or were you an authority figure? I felt something like touching my face.
You save me, Mom.
Save me, Mom. So you're a child here? Are you okay? Do you need help?
I think I heard murder.
Murder?
It's a woman's voice.
Were you murdered here?
No.
Did you murder someone here? Are you in the school right now?
Did you say something about the school? Where the fuck?
I felt something cold go up my back. Like right now, I felt like cold, and then it just went like a breeze up my back.
That's what I've been feeling on my face.
Oh my God.
I don't feel like there's anything here anymore. As weird as I feel like I'm starting to hear voices, but we had a pretty interesting experience with the spirit box.
Yes, we did.
Can you talk about it a little bit?
At first, like, it sounds like, like little fragments of like radio. And then you start being able to pick out like words. There's like a difference in the quality of the voice. I heard what was either a little boy or a woman say, "Save me, Mom." The most vivid thing at the end, and I'm gonna definitely paraphrase on purpose. And I just said, "Oh my God," because it took me by surprise. It was like two voices. They were talking to each other, and it was like almost like I was eavesdropping. And one said something along the lines of what happened. It was like a deep voice, and then a thinner voice said the N-word done it. As history would have it, the woman that was murdered in that room, so the killer was never found, but it was pinned on a black boy that was staying here. But he maintained that he never did it, and they tried him 3 times, and it was a hung jury every time. Yeah, it was like I was listening in on memory. It was bizarre. Never heard anything like that before.
Hello? Was that through here? When I turned back to you, there was a shadow of someone following you, like full on following you.
Is that door always open like that?
No.
Is that the closet?
It's heavy, dude. It's open like that. It's just stuff like this.
I'm getting some heebie-jeebies in here.
All right, I'm going headphones on.
Lee, give me a mic check real quick. I just want to make sure you sound check.
Check.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Is there anyone here right now? If there is someone here, did you live here? Were you sent here? You can talk to us, it's okay. We aren't here to hurt you or anything, we're here to be friends. Speak to my brother Sam over there.
Over here?
My name's Lee, what's yours?
Fuck you, and then something.
We can still be friends here. I'd love to know if you were one of the young men here or if you worked here.
Eat shit. You're stupid.
There it is again. It feels like someone's like trying to push me over.
Get me out of here. It hurts. On me. Get on. He's on me. Stop. Let go.
Who's hurting you?
Let's cut it. For a second there, it got really cold, and I felt like there was just this thing just coming down on me. It was just, it really felt like powerless. I was really messed up by it now. Like, this is really fucked up.
Let's get out of here then. Let's go.
Yeah. God damn it, that was just not cool.
Well, so far, both times doing this spirit box experiment, we've had a back and forth.
If you guys can hear me, everything is safe. We're good. We're not here to mess with you. We just want to talk with you. If you want to play, we have these balls here. We can do whatever you guys want. We're here for you guys.
So, we are giving Karen the spirit box. We're gonna see if maybe the kids react differently to a woman than to a man.
Hello? Does anybody want to come out and play with us? Do you know where we're at?
Save me.
Why do you need to be saved?
Save me.
What can we do to help you be saved? Is there somebody hurting you?
I want to kick it.
You wanna what?
Kick the ball, go for it. Let's see it, kick that ball. Take that energy and go for it.
Help me out of this house, bitch.
That's not very nice.
All right, here comes the madness.
We might be able to help you if you talk to us.
Tie down the fucker. Fucker.
Are you talking to me? Something that keeps tapping right behind me. Right before he talks, almost every time.
I know.
So if you hear me whispering, let's tell secrets. Tell me a secret.
It's a doctor?
Doctor?
Food box. You ever get to eat? I'm nervous. Hopeless. Help me. I don't know what they're saying, but I feel like I'm surrounded, and it's predominantly kids. Monster. Yeah, I just got there was a moment there where I literally felt like I was surrounded. I couldn't understand a word of what I was saying, but it was all children.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like radio personalities or anything like that. It sounded like all these kids, and they were all trying to tell me different things at the same time. It's like they were just all around me, trying to tell me things. This was just bizarre.
This is just a portion of the evidence we found during our investigation. Most of the audio captured was unsuitable for audiences, and quite frankly, I wish I could forget what I heard. Though we cannot yet prove the existence of life after death, or that the walls of a home can trap memories of those who lived within them, the sorrow, fear, and anxiety that I felt was undeniable. But don't take it from me. Experience it for yourself. I dare you to come visit Preston Castle.